Hi guys, welcome to Strength Reversed. My name is Amy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am here with my Robin Wood deck, which is my first and favorite. And more I kind of keep this deck to myself and use it just for more introspective personal readings. And I'm going to do one of those today. So this is a non-spread, and I call it a non-spread because there are not a predetermined number of positions in this spread. You're just going to throw cards until you feel like you're done. But this one is for going inside. And what's been coming up for me lately is just a lot of gunk. I feel like I'm done peopling, and it's kind of ironic because I'm around people less and less, but I am having to deal with them virtually. And I'm virtually fed up, okay? So I can tell that there are just a lot of annoyances. I'm feeling just really worn down. I'm just feeling like there are a lot of worries floating around me. And so what I'm going to do is take a look at those and what they might mean, and then get some guidance for those. So let me switch the camera angle and you can see this spread that I'm going to do for myself. Okay, so this is the 3-circle non-spread, and I'm going to lay out all 3 circles so that you can see what each one represents. Normally I would probably just do 1 circle at a time, so read the outermost circle and then lay the cards for the next one, but I'll show you what it looks like all at once. But before I do that, make sure that you subscribe because I have a couple of things coming up. One is the Hierophant installment of my Tarot Spiral series. Not my most favorite card, so it's challenging. And also, I'm thinking of doing a little Tarot and Chakras mini-series because chakra work has been calling to me again lately, and so I thought I would share that with you. So if you're interested, join me for that. Okay, this is a spread that I might use when things are just getting to me, when I'm having a lot of worries, a lot of things on my mind, or I have stuff weighing on me and I'm not really sure what. And so I'm going to lay the outermost circle. I am going to pick, I'm just going to throw cards till I feel like I'm done and see what happens. Now, if you have a label for every one of these cards, you can certainly do that. Or you can just see, you know, what's going on the outside. So basically the outermost circle is, these are the symptoms. This is how whatever's really being triggered is manifesting itself in real life. The next circle, I'm going to pick fewer cards for the second circle. And the second circle are the real problems. So for example, if your friend is really bothering you, maybe the real problem is that you are feeling hurt about something that has nothing to do with her. That would be an example. So the inner circle, I'm going to pick like 3 cards maybe. How about 4? That looks good. And so these are the deeper issues that might be getting poked at. Poking the bear, kind of. And then the center circle, this is the deepest part. This is your higher self. This might be advice. It might be an action card, or it might be some deep core issue that you really need to take a look at that is causing all of this other stuff to happen. Let me go ahead and flip over the outer circle and just see what, if I can put words to what's on my mind. Right away, the 5 of Wands pops out at me. I can see, first of all, that I have 3 wands over here. The 5, the 10, the 2. And I have quite a few reversed cards, which to me already feels stuck. Okay. The Five of Wands definitely, this is perfect because I have a lot of, all the little annoyances about online education are starting to get to me. You know, I'm a teacher and it's getting to be, I'm getting sick of it, for sure. A lot of people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, and I feel like I'm the one who's responsible for dealing with the problems that causes and cleaning up other people's messes. And it's nothing big. It's all this pettiness, but it's really wearing on me. I feel like I'm responsible for things that are not my responsibility, and I'm getting a little resentful because this sword, I feel like I'm having to go along with things that I don't think are good ideas. I feel like I'm having to go along with things that are not true or fair. I keep telling myself that's not fair. I don't want to do that because it's not fair. And I'm being told that it's fair for me to do this or that, and I don't think that's fair, and I don't think it's right. And yeah, so, and here I have some more swords. The other swords card is the Eight of Swords reversed. I am definitely feeling trapped. And this is only in one aspect of my job, not in my whole job. So it's not like I could walk away and get a different career. I could, but I don't want to do that. I still like what I do. It's just right now is a specific isolation situation, the whole homeschool situation. I do feel a little bit trapped in poor planning, trapped in someone's poor planning. And I also am talking myself into being really annoyed. I have the Ten of Swords here, and when I see this card, I think the school year that wouldn't end. I mean, it is just dragging. Even though the time is going very quickly, this year is like, can we be done? Can we just call it a day? One more week. And I just, you know, there's this feeling of carrying burdens that aren't even really mine. Where can I put those down, I wonder? The Two of Wands, I think a lot of people might see this as a positive card, but I look at this card and I see difficulty, and that there's a little bit of bittersweetness. The situation isn't that bad, but it's also not what I wanted. You know, I have the whole world here in my hands, but it's still like, what else is there? There's got to be something else. I got to be missing something. And I think I blame myself a lot of times when something isn't sitting right with me. Like there must be something wrong with me that I can't just shut up and slap a smile on my face and be super chipper about this like everyone else can. That's what I tell myself. Nobody else has this problem. And I have the Moon. So I think some shadow work might be in order. And I've been avoiding anything that gets too deep. I don't know what this thing is on my deck. So I acknowledge some things. I acknowledge that maybe that's some shadow work to be done, but the shadow work where I really maybe get brutally honest with myself in my journal or something uncomfortable like that, I tap dance around that. And maybe that's part of the problem. And then I see this Page of Cups, and I have this women's group. I think I've mentioned them before, and we're meeting every couple of weeks. And the last couple of weeks we've been talking about being playful and having fun and approaching things in a really lighter, playful way. And I'm starting to feel stressed out about that. I feel like I'm failing at that too. Like, if I were doing that right, nothing would bother me. So I do want to work on approaching things in a lighter way. I don't think any of these symptoms that are showing themselves or these concerns are anything major, but I do feel like there's something deeper that's getting poked at. You know, it's poking a bear. There's some deeper issue that's getting triggered that's probably really old. So that's what the second circle's about, and and of course they're all reversed. 2 reversed 9s. So I definitely see this more stuckness, and I also see like I want something to end that's not ending. I'm just a little bit stuck. And, you know, one thing that's really bothering me with this time that we're going through where we are all physically distancing ourselves and staying home, I have really worked to find the positive in that and to find a deeper meaning in that. And I do acknowledge that I'm in a situation where I'm still working and I'm healthy, and so I have the luxury of being able to find a deeper meaning in the situation right now. But a lot of other people are in that situation too, where they could see the positives in this, or they could see the silver lining, or they can see that a lot of really good things have come out of this strange time, and they're not. A lot of people are complaining about things that just don't mean a whole lot. You know, I get it. You're disappointed that your 5th grader or your 8th grader isn't going to have their little promotion ceremony. It's disappointing, but, you know, why are you so angry about it? Why are you blaming people that really have no control? Why are you criticizing people who are trying to offer you options? And, you know, there's just so much complaining happening from a lot of parents who I think probably are staying home with their kids and maybe not liking what they're seeing, and realize that there's a lot of defensiveness coming up. And so it's raining on my parade a little bit. Because I see people who just are not appreciating that staying home is helping to keep them healthy, and that it sucks that, you know, we can't have the kindergarten graduation, but in the bigger scheme of things, you know, it's a minor disappointment. And maybe you don't get that cute picture, but can you not find a way to celebrate your kid on your own? We're all making sacrifices. Like, get your priorities in check. Can you tell I'm a little bit annoyed? Here's the other 9 reversed. And this is me. And you know, I still feel like there's something even deeper here than this, than people raining on my parade. I feel like I really need to quiet my mind, which I'm having trouble doing, and focus on that. And I'm seeing right here in the background this Queen of Swords reversed. This card to me is painful. This is a difficult card, because I feel like, and it's just kind of coming to me now, that what is really being triggered here is not feeling validated because I feel like I'm alone in this. I don't feel like anyone's really I don't feel like anyone else is really bothered. And this kind of reminds me of just being told to shut up. You know, I'm not allowed to say blank. I'm not allowed to think blank, which is, I definitely think has a past life connection. I think somebody shut me up in a past life, which is why being on YouTube is terrifying to me. Every time I make a video, it's a little bit scary. And this right here, I can see, I really need to focus on that. And I can, you know, I can criticize other people for not finding the silver lining, or for having their perspective be a little warped, but I'm not exactly I'm not exactly lightening up here either. So maybe I can look at that. How fun. This should be a fun journal entry. And the centermost circle is the message from my higher self. This is something that I might not be aware of, but my higher self is aware of. And that is the devil. This card has come up for me. This is the 4th time now this week. It came up twice as my card of the day, and once as for a tarot challenge that I'm doing on Instagram. I pulled the card as my challenge card, and then I shuffled to pull my card of the day, and it came right back up. It's crazy the kinds of things that pop into my head when I'm doing a tarot reading, but I do like to say those things. Michael loves cinnamon Altoids, and I have bought him several old magazine advertisements for cinnamon Altoids, and there's a series of them with this devil lady, and one of them says, embrace your demons. And that's what's popping into my mind right now. Do you guys have the most random things, the most random connections? I don't feel like I'm really, you know, I can name the demon maybe that I feel unheard, or that I feel silenced, or that this isn't fair, but I'm not really making friends with that. I'm not letting myself off the hook for that. I'm just kind of beating myself up that I can't get over it without doing any really hardcore introspection about, you know, how to get out of that the tunnel. Well, I think I'm going to go do a journal entry. It's probably going to be many pages long. Not the higher self card I wanted, but okay, it's probably useful. So I'm going to go embrace my demons and show them some love. And let me know if you guys are going to try this spread, and I will talk to you later. Bye.